Namaste students. Today we are going to see the continuation of the chapter Statistics, Grouped Frequency Distribution. Here we are going to learn about two important facts. One is non-continuous class intervals. To draw the histogram or frequency polygon, we need a continuous class interval data. Here, for example, class intervals like 21 to 30, 31 to 40, 41 to 50, etc. These are the class intervals. If you see the intervals, it's end with 30 and start with 31, end with 40 and start with 41. It is not a continuous, it is a non-continuous. The class interval should be end with 30 and again the lower limit should be start with 30. Here it is not like that. For that, to convert the intervals in continuous form, first we find the difference between the upper limit of the class and the lower limit of its succeeding class. Then add and subtract off of this difference to the upper limit and lower limit respectively. For example, consider the intervals 21 to 30 and 31 to 40. You want to find the difference equal to lower limit of 31 to 40 minus upper limit of 21 to 30. The lower limit of 31 to 40 is 31. The upper limit of 21 to 30 is 30. The difference you will get is 31 minus 30 is 1. Half of the difference. So you want to do the half of the difference. It is 1 by 2, which is nothing but 0.5. So we want to use this number to the class interval. So the new class interval formed is, you want to add 0.5 to the upper limit and 0.5 subtract to the lower limit. That becomes 20.5 to 30.5 and 30.5 to 40.5. This is the new class interval. That is, the rule is lower limit subtract 0.5 and upper limit add 0.5. You should remember these rules. If the class interval is non-continuous, subtract 0.5 to the lower limit, add 0.5 to the upper limit. Example for non-continuous class interval. Represent the following distribution by a histogram. The question they are given is height and number of children. 121 to 130, 131 to 140, 141 to 150, 151 to 160, 161 to 170, 171 to 180. This is the frequency distribution and they are given the number of children. See the class interval here. 121 to 30, again it start with 131 to 140. So it is non-continuous class interval. For this we want to use the rule lower limit. For the lower limit you want to subtract 0.5 and for the upper limit you want to add 0.5. This is the rule we have learned now. So here the lower limit is this part 121, 131, 141, 151, 161, 171. This is the lower limit of the class and the upper limit is 130, 140, 150, 160, 170, 180. This is the upper limit of the class. As per the rule, we want to subtract 0.5 from the lower limit of the class and we want to add 0.5 to the upper limit of the class. So when you subtract 0.5 from 121, it becomes 120.5. And if you add 0.5 to this upper limit, it becomes 130.5. Similarly, if you subtract 131 minus 0.5 becomes 130.5 and here it is 140.5. This side you want to add 0.5, here you want to subtract 0.5. So 141 minus 0.5 is 140.5 and 150 minus plus 0.5 is 150.5. So subtract, add. subtract, add. So if you subtract 171 minus 0.5, it becomes 170.5, and 180 plus 0.5, it becomes 180.5. So this is the new class interval formed using the rule. Now if you see the class interval, it becomes a continuous. It becomes continuous. 130.5 again start with 130.5. 140.5 again start with 140.5. You see the last interval 170.5 and 170.5. Now write the frequency as it is. It is 10, 15, 12, 16, 8, 4. Now the x-axis you have to keep represent the heights in centimeter, and y-axis you want to represent this frequency, that is nothing but number of children. Now we draw a histogram for the new class interval. Draw the x-axis and y-axis. So this is y-axis and this is x-axis. X-axis is heights. So heights is nothing but 120.5, 130.5. It's going like that. So start with 0. We'll have a kink over here since it's starting from 120.5. We'll take this as 120.5. This is 130.5, 140.5, 150.5, 160.5, 170.5, 180.5. This is height in centimeter. Similarly, y-axis we can take the number of children, that is it's going for 4, 8, 16. So each one you can take it as 2, 2 or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Each 1, 1 also you can take. So 1, 2, 3, 4 till go 15, 16 is the last. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, it's coming. Now we can represent in histogram. If you see the first class interval 120.5 to 130.5, the frequency is 10. From here, the frequency is 10 over here. So you can draw the rectangle, that is the frequency. For the next 130.5 to 140.5, it is 15. So it's over here. If you see, it becomes a continuous graph. Continuous bars can be formed. 140 to 150, that is 140.5 to 150.5, it is 12. This is 12. And 150.5 to 160.5, it is 16. So we have to go over till this. So draw this. 160.5 to 170.5, it is 8. The frequency is here, it is 8. And similarly 170.5 to 180.5, it is 4. So 170.5 to 180.5, it is 4. The frequency is 4. So we have drawn. So here it is. The frequency is 10. Here the frequency is 15. Here the frequency is 12. Here it is 16. Here it is 8. And here it is 4. This is how you want to represent the frequency distribution of a continuous class interval in a histogram. Another important fact in grouped frequency distribution is unequal class size or class width. We know that in a histogram, the areas of the rectangles are proportional to the frequencies. But in this case, the widths of the rectangles are varying. So we need to make certain modifications in the lengths of the rectangles. So we are going to use one formula for calculate this rectangles, length of the rectangles. We calculated the adjusted frequency by using the formula. Adjusted frequency is equal to minimum class size divided by class size of the class into frequency of the class. This is the formula we use to calculate for the adjusted frequency for unequal class size or class width. Example, draw a histogram to represent the following frequency distribution. The class interval 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 50, 50 to 60, 60 to 90. The respective frequencies are given. If you see the class interval, it is continuous. Whereas if you see the class width or the class size, it is not equal. It is unequal. If you see the first one, 10 to 20, the class size is 20 minus 10, it is 10. And 30 minus 20, it is 10. 50 minus 30, it is 20. 60 minus 50, it is 10. 90 minus 60, it is 30. So the width of the class varies. So we want to use the adjusted frequency to calculate this frequency distribution. First, write the class interval 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 50, 50 to 60, and 60 to 90. The respective frequencies are 8, 12, 14, 66, and 15. The class width or class size, that is the difference between the upper class limit and the lower class limit. Here 20 minus 10, it is 10. 30 minus 20, it is 10. 50 minus 30, it is 20. 60 minus 50, it is 10. 90 minus 60, it is 30. You can see the unequal class width or class size. For this, we want to use the adjusted frequency. We know that adjusted frequency is nothing but minimum class size divided by class size of the class into the frequency of the class. If you do here, minimum class size. Here the minimum class size is 10. 10 is the minimum class size. We want to mention it as minimum class size. We are taking as 10. Minimum class size we are taking as 10. So using the adjusted frequency formula, minimum class size divided by the class size. Here the class size is 10 into the frequency is 8. Similarly here it is minimum is always same and the class size of this class is 10 into the frequency is 12. And here the minimum class size is 10 and class size of this class interval is 20 into the frequency of the class is 14, and for this the minimum is 10 and the class size of this class is 10 into the frequency is 6. Here it is 10 divided by 30. 30 is the class size of this class interval, and 15 is the frequency. Now you can simplify and write the adjusted frequency. If you do here, it becomes 10, 10 get cancelled and you will get 8. 10, 10 get cancelled and you will get 12. Here you will get 2 and it becomes 7. And here 10, 10 get cancelled and 6. Here you will get 3 and becomes 5. So 5. This is the adjusted frequency. So for representing the histogram for this data, x-axis the class interval we will take, for the y-axis we will take the adjusted frequency. adjusted frequency. Now we will draw the graph for this frequency distribution. Now we will draw the graph, histogram for this frequency distribution, with keeping x-axis as class interval and y-axis as the adjusted frequency. X-axis, y-axis. So x-axis, y-axis, this is origin. We'll take the x-axis as class interval, that is 10, 20, 30, all are 10. So we can take it in tens. Here 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 and 100. For the y-axis, this is class intervals. We are taking in the x-axis. In y-axis, we are taking the adjusted frequency. So we can take 1, 2, the highest frequency is 12. So we'll go with 14, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. And this side is the adjusted frequency. In y-axis, we are taking the adjusted frequency. Now we can draw the histogram for this frequency distribution. For 10 to 20, it is 8. 10 to 20, it is 8. 10 to 20. It is 8. For 20 to 30, it is 12. It is 12. For 30 to 50, it is 7. That's over here. Here 50 till 50, it is 30 to 50, it is same 7, and 50 to 60, it is 6, it is 6, and 60 to 90, from 60 to 90, it is full same 5 only. So directly you can draw till here, the horizontal line till 90, it is 5. If you see the frequency for 10 to 20, it is 8. 20 to 30, it is 12. 30 to 50. 30 to 50, it is 7. 50 to 60, it is 6. 60 to 90, it is 5. So this is how you want to plot the graph or histogram after converting the adjusted frequency. From this class, you have learned two important facts in grouped frequency distribution. One is non-continuous class interval. If you see the non-continuous class interval, you have to use the rule subtract 0.5 in the lower limit and add 0.5 in the upper limit. And similarly, unequal class size or class width. If you have unequal class size or class width in the class intervals in the frequency distribution, you have to use the formula adjusted frequency. Adjusted frequency equal to minimum class size divided by class size of the class into frequency of the class. Please do important facts in this. Thank you.